The day begins before the sun rises. The sea is quiet. Too quiet. A thin mist drifts over the dark water. The horizon is barely visible. The world feels suspended between night and morning. Wood creaks beneath tired bodies. Ropes strain softly in the wind. Salt hangs heavy in the air. Another morning aboard a pirate ship. There are no banners of glory here. No songs. No cheering crowds waiting in distant ports. Only men who survived yesterday and hope to survive today. Faces worn by sun and storm. Hands hardened by rope and steel. Eyes that have seen too much of the sea. For pirates, dawn is not a promise. It is a warning. Hunger comes early. Salted meat, hard biscuits. Food meant to last longer than most men, yet never enough for those who have sailed too long. Weapons are checked with care. Powder kept dry, steel sharpened again and again until it gleams like a promise. One that could save a life, or end it. Rules are simple here. Work together or die alone, swallowed by the merciless sea. Even pirates have order. Votes are taken, shares counted. Every man knows his worth and debts. Freedom exists on this deck, but it is fragile. A flickering flame in the wind, easily snuffed by betrayal, cannon fire, or a single misstep. A shout cuts through the morning calm. The quiet shatters like a rope snapping. Heads turn, hearts tighten, sails appear on the horizon, white against the pale sky. A merchant ship drifts into view, unaware, or pretending to be. Opportunity and danger. Side by side on the endless ocean. The decision is already made. It always is. Hesitation is weakness here. The black flag rises, dark against the morning light. Not evil, not legend. A warning written in wind. Surrender, or face the consequences of steel and fire. Every man on deck feels it. Salt, sweat, and fear mix in the air. The tension crackles like lightning before the storm breaks. Cannons roar. The sea trembles beneath the thunder, each wave shaking the deck like the pulse of the ocean itself. Smoke blankets the deck, curling and twisting in the air. Wood shatters under the impact of cannonballs, splinters flying in every direction. Men scream in terror and exhilaration alike, their voices swallowed by the roar of chaos and the crack of gunpowder. There is no strategy now, only instinct, quick hands, and faster feet. Run, reload, fire. Every step could be the last, every breath a gamble with death hovering nearby. Steel clashes against steel, ringing across the deck. Young faces twist in fear and fury, muscles taut and trembling. Blood mixes with seawater, soaking the deck in red and salt, a grim and vivid reminder of the price of survival. Victory is never clean. It is loud. It is brutal. It is fleeting. And for a moment, it feels as if everything is alive. The ship, the wind, the men, the sea itself, all roaring, moving, breathing as one vast, chaotic organism. Then, silence. A heavy, suffocating silence that hangs like thick fog, pressing on the ears and chest. Bodies lie where they fell, some covered by torn sails, others left bare to the sun, wind, and salt. The wounded breathe slowly, painfully, if they are lucky, their chests rising and falling like hesitant waves. There are no medics here. Only rough, calloused hands, pressed bandages, and rum to dull the pain, to keep men alive long enough to see another sunrise. The dead are not mourned for long. The sea waits for no one. And those who survive know, today's survival is tomorrow's burden, carved into their bones, etched into their very souls. The chest creaks open. Gold glints in the sun, warm and bright, sparkling like the promise of fortune, of freedom, of fleeting happiness. For a fleeting moment, the world seems worth the chaos, the blood, the sweat, the fear. Coins fall through dirty, calloused fingers, tumbling and clinking, each one heavy with risk, sweat, and blood. The loot is divided fairly, according to the code etched into memory and flesh, respected and feared. This is pirate justice. Simple, relentless, unforgiving. Tomorrow, this gold may buy indulgence, a night of drink and laughter, or a coffin for the unwary, a reminder that life is always balanced by risk. Land at last. Port Royal, heat and dust, noise and rum. The air smells of salt, sweat, wood smoke, and ambition. Laughter spills from the taverns, rough and raw. Coins clatter on tables, tumbling across scarred wood, echoing through the narrow, crowded streets. Dice roll across boards, carrying hope, risk, and fear with every bounce. For a few precious hours, the war with the sea is forgotten, replaced by the temptations and dangers of the port. But eyes watch from the shadows, sharp and patient. Uniforms blend with darkness, waiting, calculating. The crown never forgets, and pirates rarely escape its memory, their deeds recorded in ink, in fear, and in whispers. On the horizon, a British warship drifts like a specter, silent and menacing, a reminder of laws and judgment that cannot be ignored. Wanted posters flap in the wind, curling and tearing. Sketches of men like us, faces etched in haste, names scrawled beneath them in ink and blood. Dead or alive. A rope hangs quietly, waiting. Every pirate knows its shape, the inevitability it carries. Some futures are closer than they appear. Some fates arrive faster than the tide. Sudden and unforgiving, carrying death or despair. Night falls. The ship glides over dark water, silent but alive with motion, each creaking timber a warning. Moonlight dances across waves, silver and cold, casting shadows that twist like living things. A man sits alone at the bow, staring at stars that seem too distant to matter, too far to reach. He wonders how many days remain, how many mornings. Storm clouds gather far away, swelling and dark, heavy with the promise of violence. Lightning slashes the sky like a jagged warning. The sea never ends. It waits, it watches. Every sound, every movement, every whisper of the wind carries a message from the deep. Fog rolls in with the dawn, curling and thick. Cannons are prepared once more, gleaming in the gray light, ready to roar again. The cycle begins again, relentless and unyielding. The ship sails on, small against the endless ocean, every creak of wood a reminder of life's fragility, every wave a test of courage. And somewhere on shore, the gallows stand empty, silent, and waiting. Freedom has its price, always, and those who survive know it. In the salt on their lips, the ache in their bones, and the endless horizon stretching before them, wide, indifferent, eternal.